Should pop up here any second. Go. Good morning, YouTube. Everybody. Okay. Screen's squared away here, and we'll get looking at the news for the morning. I don't know what we got going today. Not quite sure, but we'll see. Oh, no. You guys don't want to see that. Yeah, that's the right camera. I think. All right, let's get going here. See if I have anything tagged since I last saw you a few days ago. Oh yeah, this insanity. Oh my goodness. Chandler's Antifa safe house in Portland was invaded. He even gives a brief interview. Yeah, the guy that runs the place where they all pee, poop, and sleep and eat out of his apartment.
I really hope whoever opened that door was somebody who's friendly Chandler.
Hey, if somebody came up to your house, open your door. I didn't open it. If somebody came up to your house, open your door and took inside, how would you feel?
Hey, can I take a poop in your bathroom?
It's really fucking weird. It's like, I agree. It's like, it's just disrespectful. It's like embarrassing from.
Private property, bro.
Yeah, this place is decked out like a freaking drug den. Look at this place. Littered with political messaging on the walls. There you go. Stupid signs say. What do these signs say? I want to know.
I really hope whoever opened that door was somebody who's friendly Chandler.
If somebody came up to your house,
Democracy has not survived something-ism. 3, I don't know, what is this? 3... no idea.
if somebody
Can't read it.
came up to your house, open your door and took inside, how would you feel?
Like possibly a list of rules or something?
Hey, can I take a poop in your bathroom?
It's really fucking weird. It's like, I agree. It's like, it's
Oh, could almost see it there.
just disrespectful. It's like embarrassing from.
Private property.
Stop it fighting.
Anyway, this goes on for 15 freaking minutes. Crowd of... Oh god, is it that Tommy guy? It's man. Yeah.
To blame the liberals in the city.
Here's where they start talking.
It is entirely to the advantage of the powerful.
So, the funniest part about this whole thing, I thought, was how highly this guy clearly thinks of himself. And how he clearly pictures himself as some, like, 60s revolutionary, like, fighting for the people. He's even fashioned an accent that makes him sound a little bit like them.
Yeah, sure.
But the angry, low self-control retard comes poking out at a few points. You'll see.
It is is entirely to the advantage of the powerful to have us, the working class, blame the powerless. Does that make sense?
I know it wouldn't make sense to you guys. You guys just...
Come on, I defended you guys just 10 minutes ago.
Chandler go. Let's Chandler go. Is that the last statement? Is this the end of Antifa here in this section? In there.
Don't. Stop.
Entirely to the advantage of the working class to convince you to blame the powerless.
You can film all you want.
Blame
Please
the
don't touch me.
to blame the left, to blame the right, to blame the rural farmers, to blame the liberals in the cities, to blame the conservatives, right? It is entirely to the benefit of those with power to convince you that it is not them, the powerful, who are at fault. Does that make sense? So when your SNAP benefits run out soon, when you go hungry, we're not on SNAP. Remember, it is the powerful. It is not the poor. It is the Democrats. It is the Republicans. I'm not touching you. It is the ruling class. It is the rich. It is the people who determine what the law is, right? It's the rich fucking people that own the economy, that decide what our economy does. Does that make sense? They own our industry. They own our fucking housing. They own the hours of your fucking life.
You know, he tries to like present himself with this polished little accent,
No left and right, there is only rich and poor.
but then the fucking slips out.
There is only powerful and powerless. You are among the powerless. We are among the powerless.
Unhinged. That's Portland in a nutshell. So I understand the latest news is it was knocked down. Not last night, but the night before. The whole encampment. Not sure how it went last night. I'm not sure if they tried to come back, but let's see.
Antifa in Portland has lost their battle.
This is 2 nights ago.
You have absolutely nobody outside the ICE building right now. Their encampment has been completely shut down. You do not see a single member of Antifa, as the police actually came in today and said they cannot no longer be here. It looks like a hoarder's house here, but you have quite literally everything from buckets full of medicine, toothpaste, floss. You have food right here. You have
Unreal.
all sorts of medical gear as well. They had boxes full of masks, and they had a load supply of water. They had all of their supplies and party supplies in here, and they even had things such as fridges, and
Crazy.
they
A barbecue.
even had a barbecue
And a
here
barbecue.
as well. So this is
And
the
a fridge.
end of Antifa for right
A
now.
freezer. It looks like a floor freezer.
It's been completely dismantled.
The
Here
heck?
is the barbecue they had right here. Absolutely is gone. Antifa no longer here on the streets of Portland. It's like the Patriots, the pro-Trump people came in here and outnumbered them for the first time in a long time. This could be the downfall of Antifa here in Portland, Oregon.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pull up my chats here so I can say good morning to you fine people. And so I can see if YouTube has fixed the issue that they left us with for last few days. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Will they let me chat in my own live chat? Did they fix it after I made noise on social media? Have they fixed the issue? No. Not appear so. Still happening. That's nice. Still unable to chat in my own live chat. Oh, that's good to know. We'll let them know. All right, let's keep going. Believable, man. What's the latest? What happened in Portland last night?
I'm gonna run you out of my city, Nick. Nick, I'm gonna run you out of my city.
Here, the police are clearing out all the encampment materials. Not allowing anyone to cross. Okay, this must be last night. In an effort to open up a sidewalk near the ICE facility in Portland, police came through last night and ordered that materials at an encampment utilized by anti-ICE protesters be moved. Oh, moved, huh? The encampment was dismantled as police remained in the vicinity, with items such as canopy tent, gas can, and propane tank removed. The move was celebrated by counter-protesters. Okay, this is still back on Saturday night. I want to know what happened last night. No action last night? Certainly seems that way.
Sorry, I didn't hear. I was just curious on what's going on right here. Is it quick response? Is it quick response or? Quick response. Okay. And are they gonna be able to rebuild right here or?
No idea.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, it's emergency abatement.
Okay.
Just a lot of crime and stuff is one thing.
Okay. So it's gonna be on lockdown. This spot's kind of gonna be on lockdown. Okay. Sweet.
If you come back and try and make a camp again, we will not be moving. People who are camping here have been incredibly disrespectful to the space and its residents, and we're tired of it. I understand, like, maybe this is not completely directed at you, but your camp is right next to it. So this is not your camp anymore, okay? If you do decide to camp here again, we will not give you this courtesy. You guys understand? I don't want to ruin your life. I don't want to make this hard on you. I can guarantee it. Okay, neither will I. Neither will I. I've been very cool with you, sir.
Yep. Just yelling at YouTube again publicly because they still haven't fixed this fucking problem. Ridiculous. My week this week might be filled with attempting to contact members of the House Judiciary and Senate. I forget which House or Senate that's doing this, or both. But right now be forced to go occupy my week doing that freaking bullshit. Because YouTube won't do their freaking jobs. That's days ago. So, guess nothing from last night. It must have been quiet for a change. Oh, wow. Katie says, definitely not over. They'll be back. Yeah, somehow I doubt they're over. They're regrouping and changing strategies, maybe. Militants transporting supplies into the apartment unit being used as a safe house. You're waving. What? No, it is not. It is absolutely not illegal. Public facing. On a freaking public sidewalk. Sorry. Alright, that's a couple days. Wow, so I guess it was finally quiet for a night.
This lady right here is a beautiful lady. She's got a great smile. She's sick of Antifa. She's ready to live a normal life again.
I am happy you are here. It's like Christmas. After being attacked so many times, and to see them go down is just like Christmas. I know.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful.
Sorry, we need the Patriots out here. God bless everybody here in the chat.
There we go. Nick Shirley, everybody.
Do not ever fold to Antifa. Today they try to take over the streets. Do not ever fold to these guys. They have no jurisdiction, no power over you. Don't follow the
100%.
law. Do what you can. Kill them with kindness. And if they do infringe on your rights, take them back. This lady right here is a beautiful lady. She's got a great smile.
Oh. And then. Oh, and what's this? Hold on. Small canopy is now up at the recently dismantled encampment. There's still plenty of stuff left on the sidewalk. New canopy looks like it's housing costumes for protesters. Last night, after telling protesters to remove the encampment, Portland police said they will be coming around to check on the situation over the next few days and will be more strict about enforcing laws. Wow. Like not obstructing the sidewalk and drinking in public.
Yeah, do the turbo to fold it.
Well, here's 10 hours ago. Okay, just hours after Oregon State Police and Portland Police dispatched a biohazard team to clean up the encampment. Demonstrators are attempting to reestablish the camp, this time directly across the street from the Portland Ice facility.
Yeah, do the turbo to fold it. Mr. Birthday, I didn't get to ask you again yet last night before you left and tell you guys thank you again. I know, right? So you remember those weird ass puzzles we got all like and of course the cops are out here doing nothing when they're standing there watching the whole. Hi friends, I wanted to tell you last night again, thank you for the fucking pastries. Oh no, you're all good. You guys left and I was like, your fucking time, thank you guys for the pastries. That's how I about it.
Pastries?
She's like, wait, those are her favorite like thing. Every time we go to like Chinese restaurant, she has like 3 surveys. It's so embarrassing. I love her. And I told her, I would give her some. I know. I told her last time. I was like, I have real foundations. I work for real. And I was like, my friends, we haven't even met. We're having foundations.
Ay.
God, how do you feel about this?
Listen.
Redemption.
Yes.
Right?
That's one. We the
Can't hear it. Whatever. Well, I can't find for sure either way whether or not they actually successfully reestablished or not. Assuming since we haven't seen all kinds of crazy videos this time around that they didn't succeed. I'll see. All right. Let's go. Oh, let's see. Big and see.
So it is approximately 9:30 p.m. So it is approximately
Here's last night.
9
9:30 p.m., the night after Portland police has cleared out the encampment here on McAdam on the South Waterfront in Portland. As you can see, we actually have Portland Police Bureau. There's quite a lot of them. There have been 3 cars stationed here along the road, and they are enforcing the fact that we need to use crosswalks. They've absolutely cleared this sidewalk here. And as you can see, the Antifa members have not rebuilt. Now, how long that will last is to be determined. We'll see. But the fact that we have now seen the medication, the propane tank, the tents that were out here are all completely gone. They've come and pressure washed this area. And so now, you know, it's a Sunday evening. We'll see what happens by next weekend. But I will say it is so good to see that we have finally seen the police come in and clear this area, because this is a public sidewalk. It was completely unacceptable for this area to be, you know, covered with tents, and citizens in the community were not allowed to walk freely without, you know, possible violence or harassment or assault. And I just want to say shout out to the men and women and all the patriots that have come from all over Oregon, from California, from Washington. Just so many people have showed up and showed out, and it can make a difference. And I hope that this momentum will carry on, you know, across the United States, where we're seeing so many of these protests break out. And if you guys like this video, make sure to follow me, and I will be posting more updates soon.
All right. There we go.
And check this out. When you say get prepared, it's solid fucking steel, right? You see that? You can't call those brass knuckles.
That's some Native American shit right there. No, I'm just kidding.
I made this shit, right?
Right.
I'm calling you bro. I don't know why. But
yeah, dog. Call me bro.
You but this one here, you know, that's Spider-Mike's design, because it fits right in there for road. And then you just kind of open their head like a fucking coconut. Okay, so we won't talk about that anymore. But no, yeah.
You could also try losing a few, or a few hundred. Couple 100 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, they really
try doing that.
help. They help with my PTSD.
Might help you in a fight.
And I only did it for about 3 months, and then I kind of stopped.
Right.
And then every couple weeks, I just drop maybe 5 or 6 grams, do a macro dose.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so freaking cooked, man. Yeah, I do still want to head out there. Now I suppose I'd better wait until the action picks up again. Like looks like all the fun's over with for now, fortunately. So, well, I get fortunately, and definitely nice for the people of Portland that all this bullshit's done with, but. I was hoping to go out there and film some of it. It's all like winding down. Damn it. So now I guess I'm gonna wait and see if it winds back up.
Sunday afternoon outside the Portland Ice Building. I know Saturday evening a lot of the MAGA patriots and influencers took a victory lap, but clearly they may have won the battle, but the war is still ongoing. The activists have regrouped and they're back out here in front of the Portland Ice Building. I want to give a 360 view of what's happening here, and I'm going to quickly take you now over to the Antifa refueling tent that got annihilated last night and picked apart. We got folks now getting ready for the afternoon protest in inflatable costumes. Looks like there are multiple, but here's what's left of the Antifa refueling camp.
I guess they had something there in the afternoon yesterday, but
after it was picked,
not at the night.
Through. But again, this isn't going away. We expect protests to continue outside the Portland Ice Building. But again, last night was so unique and unprecedented because the amount of conservative activists, MAGA influencers out here pressuring Antifa, pressuring the city to act and enforce the law. So that's the latest for now.
All right, well, let's move on to more stuff. Let's try. Oh, what's the White House cooking with here? So, actually, check this out. Late last night, there was a little gaggle with Trump and the press, audio only, unfortunately, but on his way back from Asia, I guess.
Hello, everybody.
Oh wow, that's like 30.
How you doing, Mr. President? Company in America would be bankrupt. Instead, they're doing phenomenal business. That's all because of tariffs. All right.
On the flight yesterday, you said that you're too social about the Canada tariffs. Can you walk through when you expect those to take effect and pass? Why?
We're gonna let them know. Ronald Reagan loved tariffs. He used them sparingly, which he probably would make a mistake. He made a mistake in that. And again, I was the biggest fan of Ronald Reagan, but on finance, on trade, it wasn't his strong suit. But he liked tariffs, and they totally changed that to say that he didn't, because they're catering to the Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, he's talking about that BS ad.
Has been ripping us off for a long time, and they're not going to rip us off anymore. Canada has been ripping us off for a long time. One of the most difficult countries to deal with has been Canada. As much as I love Canada itself and the people of Canada, they've just had a lot of bad representatives. They did a fake ad yesterday. They were caught. The Ronald Reagan Foundation was the one that caught him, and it was totally
get bored of it.
The opposite. They're not playing games with us. We're not playing games with them either.
They've tested a new missile that can go more than 8,000 miles.
The Russians.
Is that saber rattling for you? What is it? What is that?
They know we have a nuclear submarine, the greatest in the world, right off their shores. So I mean, it doesn't have to go 8,000 miles, and they're not playing games with us. We're not playing games with them either. We test missiles all the time, but you know, we do have a submarine, a nuclear submarine. We don't need to go 8,000 miles, and I don't think it's an appropriate thing for Putin to be saying either. By the way, you ought to get the war ended. A war that should have taken 1 week is now in its soon 4th year. That's what you ought to do instead of testing missiles.
Mr. President, should the EU use frozen Russian assets to help pay for defense of Ukraine?
You have to ask EU. I'm not involved in that. That's up to EU.
Are you considering additional sanctions against Russia?
You'll find out.
So, Mr. President, shipbuilding has been a big part of your trade deals with both South Korea and Japan. Why is it so important to increase our shipbuilding to counter China?
Well, pretty obvious answer to that, because we want more ships. We're going to be back in the shipbuilding industry. We have a lot of companies coming into our country now. They're going to start building. We have the shipyards available. You know, in World War II, we were the biggest in the world in shipbuilding, and then over the years, we went wokey and stupid and weak, and we started buying ships from everybody, and, you know, we lost that industry. But we'll get that industry back. We were the best at it, and we'll soon be very good at it, if not the best.
What are you going to announce in Japan? Can you give us any preview?
We're going to just announce great friendship. I look forward to meeting the new Prime Minister. I hear phenomenal things. She was a great ally and friend of Shinzo Abe, who was my friend, and respects me, and I think he respects our country a lot.
No, let's skip forward a lot.
Much in South America, and we're getting a real strong handle in South. On and off a little bit, yeah, very little, nothing much. Look, he's a nice guy, and he's a very capable guy. I've always liked him. He had a bad spell, he had a bad period, he had a bad moment. It was a stupid moment in his life, very stupid. I'm sure he'd tell you that. His beautiful tribute, Elon came up. It's good with him.
How is your relationship with Elon these days, and is there a Doge 2.0?
You saw that during Charlie's beautiful tribute. Elon came up. It's good with Elon. I like Elon. I've always liked Elon. Elon's good.
Have you talked to him since the memorial?
Yeah, I think the great victory in this election, President Mele, I think coalition, and they have some big refinancings next year.
Sounds like Besant.
The Argentinian people have spoken. President Trump, but they know that the U.S. is their ally. Thanks to President Trump, we're behind them, and that they're going to be able to fix their fiscal and keep on the road. He's working against 100 years of bad policies, and he's going to break them thanks to the support from the United States.
And we're helping other South American countries also, as you know.
Will they need more support, or would you consider it if they need it?
They might. Yeah, we would consider it. I think they'll be a good ship.
Yeah, we think the market's going to do it from here. Now that he's gotten over this, as I always said, this was a break.
Well, I wonder what all was accomplished on the trip here. I haven't really followed the news from that this weekend. Let's go to... Let's skip around to a few places. Find. Trump announces he will increase tariffs on Canada by another 10%. That was a couple days ago. Trump has announced and claims that we now know everything about the 2020 presidential election being rigged and stolen, calling on the DOJ to investigate it with gusto, describing it as the biggest scandal in American history. Yep. Oh yeah, that's kind of the other weird big news I saw. I believe Trump was asked about this. Might have been like right off the bat, actually.
Yeah, we would consider.
Let's go back.
So, we'll see what happens. I don't know if anything's going to happen, but 50% tariff. He's got nice broad shoulders. If the plane makes a big turn or something, or forward.
No, I don't know. I thought when I listened to it that it was like one of the first things asked, but he basically said, he brushed it off and said, oh, you know, these things happen. It could have been bad fuel, which I don't know. I don't know about that. But apparently a fighter jet and a helicopter, U.S. Navy fighter jet and Seahawk helicopter were involved in two separate mishaps in which they crashed into the sea, the South China Sea. Both aircraft went down in the water, but all personnel were safely recovered. I don't know, dude. I saw some conflicting reports, like one claiming that they fell off the carrier or something. But then another that said, well, not that. It said something more like they crashed while in flight. I don't know. China testing some new electronic weaponry. Alright, what's next? Boring. Alright, go to rapid response here. Let's see if they got anything fresh. Yes, they do. Stuff from morning, maybe? Trump.
I don't know what good it does to summon them to the White House. This is a Democratic-led boycott, and I'm just not sure what they're doing. What's changed between now and March, other than Chuck Schumer's poll numbers? And I think Hakeem Jeffries is now going to be primaried from the left, and I didn't think there was a lot of room over there. So both of them are worried about their primaries and not the American people, not the government employees, not our military employees, because we were able to pay the military employees from excess funds at the Pentagon middle of this month. I think we'll be able to pay them beginning in November, but by November 15th, our troops and service members who are willing to risk their lives aren't going to be able to get paid. What an embarrassment. I don't know what good it does to summon them to the White House. This is a Democratic-led boycott. And
Wow, flights to LA International Airport halted due to air traffic controller shortage. What? Up on his way out from Malaysia. Boy, they got some really upbeat music for him. Even got a cowbell. Boy, they really like doing it up over there. I mean, look at all this. Got to shake like 50,000 hands on the way out. Got the whole like thing with all the people waving the flags. Got all this business on the sides. Got the music. I don't even know what that music is, but sounds like we're on a boardwalk or something. I feel like I should be eating beach fries with a shitload of vinegar on them or something. Sorry. Hey, man. You're doing coordinated bye-bye dances for him? Wow. Why don't we have the stuff like that? Look at this. I mean, dang, man. Look at all those flags. Crazy. Now he's on his way to Tokyo. That's where he's going. He's not done yet. He's going to Tokyo now. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. More konnichiwa. More konnichiwa. Good times, good times. Ah, the Emperor. Now this is the second time they have met over there, right? Last time was during the first Trump admin, right? I believe he did visit the emperor. I think, didn't he? Yeah, the thing sounds like a tank. Literally, like. Engine. On the way back out after the meeting, must have been brief.
Thank you very much. A great man. Great man.
Thank you.
We pretty much agreed that I'll be going to China.
When is that?
In the earlier part of the year.
Okay.
And President Xi will be coming into maybe Washington or Palm Beach or someplace sometime after that. We pretty much agreed that I'll be going to China.
When is that?
In the earlier part of the year.
Okay.
And
Hi. Huh. Be to Washington or Palm Beach, or someplace sometime after that. All right. So a trip to China in early 2026. Reverse later in the year.
the Democrats should just do a simple extension. That's the best way. The Democrats are holding it up. They want $1.5 trillion from people that came out of prisons for illegal aliens that come into our country. We don't want to do that because that will help really hurt the health care that we have in our country. And frankly, we'd like to see better health care, period. We're not looking to do that. The Democrats can solve that problem with air traffic control. All they have to do is say, the country's open. We only need 5 votes. The Republicans are with us. We only need 5 votes. So let's see what happens. I would imagine that gets taken care of. Not only the controllers, but other people too. The Democrats should just do a simple extension. That's the best way. The Democrats are...
Indeed. Right.
Our country's doing so well economically. It's doing so incredibly well. The Democrats should let it open. I guess they don't do that because it's doing so well. It's too bad. But on the, the macro scale, it's not having that kind of an effect. We just want people to get paid. We think it's very unfair. And how about the man that put up $130 million to make sure our military got paid? This, you won't tell him? I won't tell you. I won't tell you. But this is a person that called me that said, "Sir, I'd like to make a contribution of any difference needed for the United States military." I said, "I don't know. That could be a big number." And we worked it out. It was about $130 million. And he wrote a check for $130 million.
Wow.
Because he's an unbelievable patriot. And that's what it's all about. Our country's doing so well economically. It's doing so incredibly well.
Interesting. Okay. Welcome to Japan, Donald Trump from Takaichi Sane, the new Prime Minister. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and having a fruitful discussion on how we can further strengthen our great alliance. Special lighting honoring President Trump's visit is now illuminating landmarks across Tokyo. Cool, man. All right.
It's not going to take long before a couple of missed paychecks is going to put them in a very difficult decision.
My husband and myself are both controllers and both completely rely on the government being funded to be able to provide for our 3 children. I'll need to reschedule a surgery I've been waiting since March of this year to do.
As a single dad with 2 kids, I do live paycheck to paycheck.
How am I going to pay for groceries for my family? How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to pay my mortgage to keep a roof over my family's head? How am I going to pay for childcare for people to watch my kids?
my wife and I had our first child 4 months ago, I had started doing like other colleagues, doing DoorDash and Uber Eats and Amazon Flex, just to make sure I had some income at the end of the month to buy groceries, diapers, and lights.
I've had to pick up a second job just to make sure that we're able to make ends meet.
How long can we survive until we have to pick up a second job on top of working 6 days a week, unpaid?
Ooh.
This morning, more than 40 million people, that's roughly 1 in every 8 Americans, are bracing to see their food assistance run out later this week, creating a food crisis some experts say could be the worst since the Great Depression.
Can't swipe that EBT no more. Oh.
All because of the government shutdown. The U.S. Agriculture
Can't buy Twinkies and purple drink with my EBT card?
Department, which administers the SNAP or Food Snap program, announcing, quote, the well has run dry.
Everyone's worried that, they're not going to be able to feed their families.
This morning,
Butte.
At airports coast to coast this morning, travelers bracing for delays after ground stops at LAX and Newark Sunday stalled passengers nationwide. Delays that may be shutdown related.
Good morning, everyone out there. I see you. I can't respond to you. Can't type back to you because YouTube won't let me type in my own live chat. So, good morning. Morning. I would love to type back to you, but I can't.
The air traffic controllers set to miss their first full paycheck this week.
They're completely distracted from their duties and responsibilities of keeping the American flying public safe.
The Transportation Secretary says nearly half of delays and cancellations could be blamed on the shutdown, warning of more to come.
You're going to see more staffing shortages in towers, which means you're going to see more delays, more cancellations. Enough is enough.
At airports.
Big ooh.
I think it's good. I mean, you saw that during Charlie's beautiful tribute. Elon came up. It's good with Elon. I like Elon. I've always liked Elon. Elon's good.
Have you talked to him since the memorial?
On and off a little bit. Yeah, very little. Nothing much. Look, he's a nice guy. And he's a very capable guy. I've always liked him. He had a bad spell. He had a bad period. He had a bad moment. It was a stupid moment in his life. Very stupid. I'm sure he'd tell you that. But I like Elon, and I suspect I'll always like him.
How is your relationship with Elon these days?
Okay.
For the past 27 days, Sarah Lamb has continued to go to work at a Social Security field office without pay.
I'm
Aw, poor baby.
the head of my household. I'm the sole income provider for my home. I'm a parent. I have 2 small children. I carry the load in that sense. Not having an end in sight, I think, adds to that anxiety, and everything's very uncertain.
She's one of nearly 500,000 federal workers.
You could go get a job in the private sector.
Who
doing God knows what, but something.
missed their first full paycheck Friday.
No money is no money. So if we're not being paid, then obviously edits have to be made. I have a mortgage. It's only my name on the deed to this house. So if I don't pay it, I don't know who will.
For the past 27 days, Sarah Lamb has continued to go to work at a Social Security field office.
You're talking about the strike against the Palestinian Jihad individuals? Yeah, look, Israel didn't surrender its right to self-defense. Obviously, the ceasefire is based on obligations on both sides. By the way, we'd also like to see Hamas speed up the return of hostage bodies. We still have 13 hostages, 2 Americans included. But we don't view that as a violation of the ceasefire. They have a right. So there's an imminent threat to Israel, and all the mediators agree with that. You're talking about the strike against the Palestinian Jihad individuals? Yeah, look, Israel didn't.
When do you think you'll make a decision on the
Good chair.
I'd say maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah, before Christmas, right around.
Maybe by the end of the year.
I think by the end of the year. Early next year, but by the end of the year. We want to get too late out as soon as possible. We want to be too early with too late. All I can tell you is that we have a great group of people, which they don't. They have Jasmine Crockett, a low IQ person. They have AOC's low IQ. You give her an IQ test, have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed. Those are very hard, they're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. Let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine, the first couple of questions are easy. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know. When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions. All I can tell you is that we have how transparent is the Trump administration? You got Scott, you got Jameson, you got Marco. We're not saying you please don't ask this question. You can ask anything you want. There's never been anything like this. Do you agree with that? How transparent?
Boy. I don't know. Let's see.
Federal workers waiting in long
Some local
lines at this food bank in southern Maryland.
I would have never thought in a million years that I would have been in this position. They have to go to a food bank.
Denise Blake says she drove over an hour to get here. When she finally arrived, they had run out of food.
We have a cart ready for you out front.
Fortunately, she did not leave empty-handed, but she still faces the harsh reality of not knowing how she's going to feed her family while she's not getting paid during the government shutdown.
I don't want my daughter to see me crying.
Blake's story is like so many others who are waiting to get paid as Congress stalls to pass a new spending plan.
I haven't gotten a paycheck this month, so the free groceries is very important, very helpful.
More than 1 million federal workers are not receiving pay right now. Many missed their first full paycheck Friday, while others will feel the loss early next week, depending on the agency. Federal workers waiting in long.
First off,
GOP majority whip here.
God bless Donald J. Trump and Kristi Noem for what they're doing. You just referenced the number, 4,300 illegal aliens since just January, Bill. And what you didn't add was these are murderers, these are human traffickers, and these are people who have committed sexual assault. And it's all because of the failed leadership of Tim Walz and Keith Ellison and all these others that literally had no problem with open borders and made Minnesota a sanctuary state. They have literally invited this in, and it's deep, Bill. You not only have the 4,300 illegals, but the FBI has recently uncovered some very serious immigration fraud. I think they're up to 250 cases and just falsifying records, etc. Minnesota has become a haven for this type of illegal activity, and God bless our ICE agents and our president and Kristi Noem for going after it.
Okay, Tom.
First off, God bless Donald J. Trump and Kristi.
Okay, what else can we find? God, AOC at the freaking Democratic Socialist whatever thing.
But we must remember.
Oh no, said some Zoran event.
But we must remember, in a time such as this, we are not the crazy ones, New York City. We are
yeah, you are.
not the outlandish ones, New York City. They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane. But we must remember, in a time such as this.
Cute. Keep trying to convince yourself of that, and, maybe you'll get there one day.
All the martyrs, glory to the axis of resistance. May we see victory within our lifetimes. Margbar America, Margbar Estonia.
It said death to America. Okay, that's cute. All right, we'll give this a go. Sure. I like Kennedy.
This shutdown, their policy shutdowns, and my Democratic friends pretend this is a policy shutdown, but it's really a political shutdown. This shutdown was demanded by the loon wing of the Democratic Party.
The loon wing.
And they went to Senator Schumer and said, if you don't shut this thing down and do what we tell you, we're going to punish you politically the rest of your natural life. And Senator Schumer's up for re-election in a few years in New York. And that's what all this is about. It's not good. I don't support it. But the request from the loon wing of the Democratic Party is so ridiculous. Before they'll let the Democrats vote to open up, they want us to repeal the health care provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill and basically give the loon wing $1.5 trillion to spend as they see fit. Well, that's not going to happen. I laughed when they gave us that proposal. As I've said before, my mother didn't raise a fool, and if she did, it was one of my brothers. I'm not going to vote for that, and they haven't backed away from it. Yeah. And so here we are, and I'm prepared to sit here. I hope we don't, but you can't. This offer is so unserious and is so absurd that it just tells me that we're going to be in a shutdown for a while.
Okay.
Russia said this week that they've tested a new missile that can go more than 8,000 miles. Is that saber rattling for you? What is it? What is that?
They know we have a nuclear submarine, the greatest in the world, right off their shores. So, I mean, it doesn't have to go 8,000 miles. And they're not playing games with us. We're not playing games with them either. We test missiles all the time, but, you know, we do have a submarine, a nuclear submarine. We don't need to go 8,000 miles. And I don't think it's an appropriate thing for Putin to be saying either, by the way. You ought to get the war ended. A war that should have taken 1 week is now in its soon 4th year. That's what you ought to do instead of testing missiles.
Russia said this week that they've tested a new missile.
Okay. Boring. What do we have here?
It's not like this. Oh, this just came out of nowhere. Like, not at all. Like, this has been a coordinated, like. It's not like this.
Ooh, this is something. Donnie's campaign director. Ooh, let me see if I can find the whole thing here. Looks like it's from a couple months ago.
It's not like this. Oh, this just came out of nowhere. Like, not at all. Like, this has been a coordinated, like, organizing effort for, like, since 2014. It's not like this.
You don't say, huh? People need to snap out of it. It's not a good sign. Zoran stuff going on. Alright, what's the all that anyway? Let's see. Anything new out of Zoran land?
I want to use this
You're shitting me.
moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City.
Claimed his aunt was the real victim of 9/11. Oh, so that explains all the memes I've seen about this. Oh, fun. Oh, wow. Trying to force up some tears even. Put those theater kid classes to use.
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Get the fuck out of here. Bullshit.
I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City.
Do not feel safe in her hijab. Oh. Bag. Oh, can I say that on you? I can't think I can say that on YouTube. What? I didn't say that. You didn't hear that. All right, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, French Antifa? What? What is happening here? Eh? Attacked several young people who are honoring the memory of a 12-year-old schoolgirl brutally murdered by an Algerian woman? Jeez. Okay.
We'll make our city one where every
Zoran at his rally yesterday.
person who calls it home can live a dignified life. No New Yorker should ever be priced out of anything they need to survive. And we believe then, we believe today, we will believe tomorrow that it is government's job to deliver that dignity. Dignity, my friends, is another way of saying freedom. We will make our city one where every...
What the? You like a steak with that word salad?
Over 50.
Oh, Joe Biden is back. Are you kidding me? At the Ted Kennedy Institute? Let's see. Delivering an angry call to action for Democrats.
Over 50 years.
Got that dementia anger going.
In elected public life. This is the worst I've seen it. It's time to get re-engaged. It's time to act. To fight like hell. This is no time to give up. It's time to get up. Get up now. Get up. I'm over 50 years in elected public life. This is the worst I've seen it. It's time to...
Oh, boy. All right. I want to see more of this. How do I find this? Ted Kennedy. Let's have a look. Do they have a YouTube channel? Oh, they do. They do have a YouTube channel. Where's Joe Biden? Do we get to see it? No. What? What is this nonsense? Got to be available somewhere. For real? Come on, man. All we get is that one little clip? Well, here's him speaking there 10 years ago. Nope, don't give a crap about that. Receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. Oh, wow.
Biden is in Boston tonight, making a special appearance at the Edward M. Kennedy Institute, where he will be honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Another familiar face is also being recognized. Former Boston Mayor and Labor Secretary Marty Walsh. NBC 10's Mary Marcos is live for us at Columbia Point with more on what we can expect tonight, Mary.
Well, guys, President Biden just walked in through a side door moments ago. He and more than 500 people who are attending this sold-out fundraiser tonight to honor him. And take a look at this. They rolled out the red carpet for all the dignitaries who are currently arriving. The Edward M. Kennedy Institute bringing together some of the nation's most...
Wow, they just cut her off.
Influential leaders. Former President Joe Biden is being honored with the Institute's Lifetime Achievement Award, recognizing more than 4 decades of service from the Senate to the White House. The award comes just days after Biden finished radiation treatment. He was diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer in May. Also being honored tonight, former Labor Secretary, Boston Mayor Marty Walsh, and Admiral Lisa Franchetti, the first woman to serve on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The Institute's CEO says all 3 are powerful examples of
wow, the first woman to serve on the Joint Chiefs. OMG!
Leadership and service.
We've really been built around service and leadership and service to this country, and there's no one better than President Biden. We've been told that this means so much to him that it's been a real help to have this as his treatment was finishing up, and so we are just inspired to have him work through that and still come tonight.
Now, Biden will be giving a speech tonight. Of course, we will bring that to you late night after football. For Now Live in Boston, Mary Marcos.
Woman to serve on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Wow! Okay. Boring. Come on. Where's the goods? Where's the goods this morning?
I'm so pleased that the Express, the Standard, etc., are really picking up on this and asking the questions as well.
Grooming gangs and fun.
And it's not good enough.
Are the Metropolitan Police in London and the mayor, are they parting company with each other on this one now? Do you think that the Met are going to actually have a good go at getting to the truth, notwithstanding the political pressure not to?
They've got to, haven't they? They've now admitted that there's 9,000 cases that they're going to look at. They've got to. Also, these girls and sometimes there are boys, they're coming forward and talking to us. They're talking to people like me that they know care. They cannot keep it under wraps any longer, and now they haven't. The commissioner has come out and said that there are these cases, and I think he's asking for more money to look into it.
Susan,
Sadiq Khan can't hide any further.
Susan, is there a defence to be made on the part of Sadiq Khan, the London mayor, that what the police are there to do is to tackle the exploitation and sexual abuse of women in the capital, and that's exactly what they're focused on doing? Is that a reasonable defence?
Sadiq Khan is there. My job is to scrutinise Sadiq Khan, to ask a question, do we have grooming gangs in London? For him to say he doesn't know what I mean, I think it says it all. I mean, he's in charge of London. He should know what's going on. This was a scandal through the country. You would think that he'd ask his police officers if it is going on. I never expected the reaction I got. I expected him to say it's a shocking situation and the Metropolitan Police are doing everything they can to make sure that we find out if they are here. Instead of that, I got all that, what does she mean? What is she talking about?
Wow. Which was clearly a political game, wasn't it? Does this feel like gaslighting to you?
you shouldn't play political games on things that are this serious. And if you spoke to some of the victims, Mark, you'd come out crying. Some of the situations these girls have been in have been horrific, and nobody has looked after them. Nobody. And I hate to say it, neither have the police, because I'm a massive police supporter. But they haven't looked after them. Many of the care workers haven't looked after them. And then you get the top politician in London, the mayor, who claims he doesn't know what
pretends they don't even exist.
Talking about when I ask him.
What would the victims
Crazy.
whose stories you've heard, which are so harrowing, what would they make of that exchange that I've just played to our audience, in which the mayor was very flippant about your inquiry into grooming gangs?
It is because that went
Dang, I
viral.
wish that would have been included in the clip.
That so many have contacted me,
right?
Because they're so incensed.
I'll see if we
that
can find it.
The man in charge of London, if you like, the man in charge, Police and Crime Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, could be so flippant about something that is so awful.
Well, he's got more than one reason to keep that quiet. He's got his just the political level alone, and then he's got the religious and cultural. Yeah, Sadiq Khan ain't gonna admit that shit exists. He can help it. How do you spell his stupid ass name? S-A-D-Q. On grooming gang. Let's see if we can find this.
I'm so pleased that the Express, the Standard, etc.
These have obviously been found in many, many other cities and towns around the country, but there hasn't been.
This is video from 2020 showing him refusing to deal with grooming gangs. He's known about them for years. Outright refuses to answer David Curtin's question on the matter. Then David is accused of Islamophobia.
Much of many prosecutions happened in London, but obviously as the police commissioner for Northumberland said, this is happening anywhere, and the only reason why it's not being found is that people aren't looking. Are you looking in London for grooming gangs in London in order to prosecute people? Because if it's going on in cities like Oxford and Bristol and Peterborough and Aylesbury, smaller places, it's surely going on in London as well on a large scale.
Can I just be clear, Chair? It's the inference that because of my faith or my ethnic origin, I'm not seeking to follow these crimes.
No.
No, the inference is you're the mayor of the city, and are you doing your job?
I'm asking you because you're the police and crime commissioner.
Oh, so well, back then he was the police, and wow, how nice. So he didn't do anything about them back then either. That's
Curtin, I think you're pretty much drifting now onto drifting off the subject itself. So can I just ask you to...
Well, he's got his lackey here to step in and call this guy an Islamophobe and cut it down.
To the topic and ask a relevant question, please.
Well, Chair, I mean, I was...
Excuse me, sir.
Originally asking about Black Lives Matter, and then the mayor started talking about slavery, and the questioning is developed.
Yeah, but you're still going off the tangent now, so...
Bloody fuck you.
Can you please be cautious?
You bloody be quiet.
About that. And not ask...
Okay, well, Chair, if you want to disallow my question, that's your prerogative.
Well, I will use that then. Thank you very much. I'm going to move on now to the questions to the mayor on the priority order.
Is it?
If you want to go, then you go to hill and go down.
Why you get fired,
yes,
man?
why? Are you crazy?
You're fucking fired,
You are fucking, you are fucking.
You fucking, you bloody.
You bloody.
You bloody. Bastard bitch.
You
fuck you, fuck you. Bloody fuck you, bloody. Fucking mother bloody fuck bitch.
Bitch,
bloody fuck you, you. Fucking bloody bastard. Bench you bloody. You blundered.
No, but why?
Bloody no.
Why?
Bloody fucking.
Bloody no.
Why you fuck me? I fuck you bloody. Bloody bastard. Fucking running like lady, eh? Bloody. What the fuck, man? Fucking now shout at me, innit? Why are you shouting at me?
Because I am going to the work. If you don't do it, do to other places.
Why are you shouting?
Because of this, you are doing. I don't know. You are doing like this. I think you are going to accident.
No, shouting at me no good, man. Me not shout at you.
But the thing is that, what you think if you do like this one, you are going at work and somebody else.
But that
like
one,
this.
if you running like that one, you're gonna fucking fall, innit?
But
hurting yourself.
But yeah, because of this,
I've never seen the extended version.
That one very icy road, man. Okay, have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
What a clip. It's classic. So good. Love that one. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Anyway. Any more on Sadiq Khan and the grooming gangs? Sounds like there's some specific clip I haven't seen here. I don't know. Oh well. Keep going. Bloody bastard. Bloody bastard, bitch.
The toughest thing you've ever had to tell him?
2020 election. Coming to him after the 2020 election in 21 and telling him that what he thought was the circumstance wasn't, which is how I got into all this. He said, well, can you fix it? But he's such a resilient person, and he's seen so much. It's very hard to surprise.
The toughest thing you've ever had to tell him?
2020 election.
Is this an old clip or a recent interview? Ms. Wiles here. Assuming it's an older clip. Hadn't seen any interview making the rounds, so. Yes, it's gotta be an older one. All right.
LA Times are clearly missing something here.
Oh, Spencer Pratt. Commenting on the LA fires. Why is the LA Times trying to demonize the only people investigating the Palisades fire? Why aren't they investigating? You know, doing investigative journalism? The LA Times? Ha!
LA
doing their job? That's funny.
Times are clearly missing something here. Why is the Eaton fire treated differently than the Palisades fire? Because it was a totally different fire. Eaton was started by SoCal Edison power lines. They caught.
Oh, hold up. Sorry, Spencer, we gotta divert. Thank you. Cupcake Girl LOL 8964 says, just now, shots fired in southern DC. Barricade situation going on right now. Thank you very much. Jump to that. Where in DC? Looks like probably here. It's southeast. It's gangs. It's just, you know, those people that live in southeast doing what they do. Fry shooting? Here we go. Here we go. Maybe this is a different one? No, same one. Suspect from this morning shooting barricaded. Okay, so I guess the guy who did this shooting here was not taken into custody at the time. Made it out of there somehow before authorities arrived, and then they tracked him down to this apartment, and he's barricaded himself inside. MPD ERT on the scene. Avoid the area. Trying to tell what building that is. Oh, it's a church. All right, let me go back to Mr. Pratt here and the Palisades fire.
LA Times are clearly missing something here. Why is the Eaton fire treated differently than the Palisades fire? Because it was a totally different fire. Eaton was started by SoCal Edison power lines. They caused the ignition. They're getting sued for it. Open and shut. Eaton also had legit 70-mile-per-hour winds at night, so no aircraft could fly. The Palisades fire was different. It's not open and shut. It was a cascade of government and bureaucratic failures that led to a fire that never should have happened. Palisades wasn't power lines. It was a rekindle from a small fire that LAFD and Topanga State Park failed to mop up and left it to smolder unchecked for a week. Unlike Eaton, Palisades only had 20 to 30 mile-per-hour winds. Aircraft could fly that fire, and they did. The problem is LAFD didn't even order fixed-wing tankers for 90 minutes. It burned for an hour and a half, completely unchecked by retardant because they forgot to order the tankers. They had 2 empty reservoirs, 2 heliphones off lines. They bypassed nearest resources. They sent home engine companies. Arriving assets didn't get comms, plans, nor assignments. They admit they hired chief officers in the LAFD who didn't even know basic wildland firefighting tactics. The Palisades fire was a cascade of bureaucratic failures from Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, LAFD, LADWP, and the LA County Sheriff. Yes, the Eaton fire was a horrific catastrophe on the same scale as the Palisades, but it was a straightforward wildfire disaster. This unmitigated comedy of errors in the Palisades demands scrutiny, and it's embarrassing journalism from the LA Times attempting to malign Senator Scott and Johnson for their great work getting to the bottom of this criminal negligence that destroyed my town.
Wow. Been interesting to kind of watch him from afar, getting so well, fired up about this. So interesting. I wrote him off as a just a typical TMZ photographed celebritard. Never expected this out of him. What's Obama doing? What was this bullshit? Oh, okay. Newsom.
60s world. You got the Supreme Court talking about getting rid of the Voting Rights Act.
Well, how interesting. He's mentioning the 60s.
And that's very real. Yeah. That may likely happen in just a matter of months. I mean, they're rewriting history, censoring historical facts. It's a unbelievable moment. All this anti-woke stuff is just anti-black. Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Period, full stop. Just a matter of months. I mean, they're rewriting history, censoring.
We're rewriting history? You're rewriting reality as it happens.
Historical facts. It's a unbelievable moment. All this anti-woke stuff is just anti-black.
Unreal, dude.
Mm-hmm. Period, full stop. All the CRT.
No, it is not.
ESG, DEI stuff, that's all this is. Mm-hmm. It's this great purge. And it's happening in real time, and I'm sitting here, and I feel like, you know.
Show me where black people are being fired en masse. Anywhere, asshole. Come on.
Luckily, I'm governor, but like we're not doing enough. We're not calling this out. We're not drawing a line here. And again, it's not about Democrats or Republicans. It's about who we've
Right and wrong.
man. Yeah,
Right and
right and
wrong.
goddamn wrong. Daylight and darkness.
I feel like any time
60s world.
Yeah. People. Crosses are back in London. What? Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. Trump open to meeting Kim Jong-un in South Korea. I'm around, he says. Says, I would love to meet Kim Jong-un during his Asia trip. Could easily extend the visit since South Korea is the final stop. He cited sanctions as America's strongest leverage, but emphasized personal diplomacy. I just had a good relationship with him. If you'd like to meet, I'd love to meet him. That would be something to see after all these years. Last time around. Okay. Yeah, boring. Sorry guys, I'm flying solo. If you couldn't tell, this whole time stuff is still on the road, so it's just me winging it. Oh, this idiot, Stephen A. Smith. Interviewing, okay, Chip Roy, why not? Important. Oh man, I just met one of Chip Roy's staffers the other day. Other week, I guess.
If federal workers
cool guy
out there working and not getting paid, how do you?
The staffer, not so much Chip Roy, but I mean, well, I don't know about that. I like Chip Roy, just as a person, but he's not. I'm sure he's nice enough as a human being, but he's a politically stupid. For someone who's a representative, you'd think he'd understand more than he does.
How should the American people feel about our politicians on Capitol Hill who can't get together to get this done, getting paid while federal employees are not?
The shutdown will end when we get 5 Democrats to join us in the Senate. We've got the House has done it. We've had 3 Democrats who've come across the line to work with us. We need 5 more Democrats to join us, and then we'll be able to fund government, and we'll be able to get back and we go negotiate the things we still need to negotiate. As it relates to pay, I agree with you. I sent a letter on the day that the shutdown started saying I will not take pay until the shutdown is over. I'm not gonna take pay while the people that I represent, whether they're TSA or whether they're an FBI agent or whether they're a Border Patrol officer, I'm not going to take pay if they can't get paid. So I don't know. I don't think not all of my colleagues have done that. I did it because I think it's the right thing to do. All federal workers, for the most part, will get back pay unless they're furloughed, by the administration, and then that will be debatable. But like 99% plus, all the federal workers will all get paid on the back end. But I'm not going to take a check in the meantime. And look, I'll just tell you this: the thing that we've got to do is we've got to come together and do the work to secure this country, right? And you can't do that. You can't have security at your border. You can't have security on our streets if you have this, situation where the government's not funded when we need to do these things to secure the border.
Yeah, YouTube responded to me again with a total bullshit response. Excuse me. I told them the issue is still happening. I cannot chat in my own live chat. Fix the issue, please. Their response was, this is on publicly on X through their @Team YouTube account. If you've already tried fixing it, but it still didn't work, the next step is to submit a feedback report to help our team investigate. Check this out. The more info you include, like screenshots and logs, the better. I did that days ago. Did it freaking days ago. I've already told them what the issue is. Someone at Team YouTube, one of their employees has done something to our account. It's the only explanation. It's clearly not a device issue. It's clearly not a network issue. Clearly not a cache issue. It's clearly not any freaking thing else. It's specific to this account. It doesn't matter what device I'm on. It doesn't matter what network I'm on. It keeps happening. I am able to go chat in other people's chats. I did try that, and that is working. But I can't chat in my own chat. I can switch accounts to other accounts of mine and chat in this live stream, but not with my own account, with the PSP account. Sanity. So you can bet. First on my list this week is contacting House Judiciary. Bullshit. So tired of this. Years of this crap. Noxious. Scumbag. All right. This is an interesting post from yesterday. Trump. What's worse? The NBA players cheating at cards and probably much else, or the Democrats cheating on elections? The 2020 presidential election being rigged and stolen is a far bigger scandal. Look what happened to our country when a crooked moron became our president. We now know everything. I hope the DOJ pursues this with as much gusto as befitting the biggest scandal in American history. If not, it will happen again, including the upcoming midterms. Oh. No mail-in or early voting. Yes to voter ID. Watch how totally dishonest the California prop vote is. Oh. Millions of ballots being shipped. Interesting. That would, of course, imply that someone has got an eye on it. Some agency or military, maybe. Who knows? Has an eye on an eye or two, or 10 or 10,000 on millions of ballots being shipped. He's pretty specific there. Get smart, Republicans, before it is too late. Get smart, like, what, Smartmatic? Interesting choice of words. All right. Goodbird says, Pan, did you activate your chat by scrolling down and activating the chat? That's some new feature, evidently. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. I have no idea. I mean, I see the chat and all. Let me try. I mean, I already tried this, but try it again. Tried going to it on main view here. Okay, view your channel. Stream. There's the chat. Channel, yep, there it is. Test. And Nothing. Ridiculous. In fact, I see so few people chatting, I actually kind of wonder if this is happening to other people. I haven't seen anyone send a message in the last, like, 10 minutes. What's the deal? If you are completely unable to send a message, hit that heart button repeatedly. I have noticed I am able to do that. At least some of you can chat, yeah. Amy, Guitarthur, Vincent Hall. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Red Bud, 5x5, okay. There, Emerald. Good. Not me, though. Messed up. Feel free to, Oh, interesting. Petter says, there are a few people I can't see in chat and they can't see me. Yesterday I suggest check your band list. Check your mute list as well. Because I do remember on YouTube you can individually mute people. In which case, yeah, you would not see them and vice versa. Even if they are chatting. Chat. I forget how you actually check your muted. I think you have to like go into your account settings, like you click your little icon in the top right, and then you settings and where is it? Anyone know how to find that crap? Where do they stick that muted users? It's back online somehow. No, there's some way to community moderation. No, that's for me. I can see a bunch of old muted users. Maybe I'll clear those out after. But I think there's a way to check your own personal mute list. Hello, by the way, I'm popping into chat there. I guess you're just quietly listening. That's cool too. Hit the thumbs up, by the way, while you're here. Don't forget to do that. If you don't mind. All right, let's keep going. Speaker Johnson here this morning.
The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't, not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so point number one, Democrat votes are required to open the government. Point.
Hey, there it is. Thank you, Ramred Bud. So you click on the left menu, the three lines, I guess, on the top left. And go to settings. There should be like a muted users in there somewhere. I don't know where they hide it. I don't see it. Interesting. Why? Ramred Bud says on the left menu, click on settings, muted users. Find the user you want to unmute and click on the X or remove button next to their name. Yeah, I know there's some, I don't know why I can't see that menu. I know there's some way to access it. It could be because this is like a brand account or something. The special kind of account for corporate entities. Lets multiple users use the account and stuff. So that could be why. Here. Sure. Anyway, if you look it up, I'm sure you can find explanations on how to do it, Powder. On Google, just look up how to unmute a user. Try to dig around in your settings. It should be in there somewhere. All right, where's my chat? Keep going. We got 5 minutes left here. Let's refresh here. We'll see if we got anything up to the minute. Kathy Hochul yesterday.
This is about this
at the Zoran event.
November's election, but take that energy, that passion, and take it into 26 so that we can take back the House of Representatives, take the Senate, and take back our country. With your help, we will. Elect Zoran, and we take back America. Thank you, Queens. Thank you, New York. I love you guys.
My voice keeps cutting out. Suzy Q NC says. Weird. Could possibly be my noise gate settings. And try bumping that down again. There we go. That might help that out. He'll have to let me know if that's any better. Let me also try cutting the gain back a little bit. There we go. Much better. Good. All right. That's good to hear. Very nice. Weird. Okay. Pete Field says your voice isn't cutting out here. That's so strange. I don't know.
If Republicans shut down the government next time Democrats are in charge to extract whatever it is that they happen to want, are you saying that's okay? Are you saying that's okay if they do that?
I mean, the Republicans have done this quite a while, yes. Yeah,
what did you say about it? What did you say about it when they did it?
I don't know, and I don't care.
If Republicans...
What an answer. I don't know, and I don't care. Yeah, we know.
You have never had a job. You've never accomplished anything. There's no reason to believe you have any merit or qualification for 8.5 million lives. You don't know how to run a government. You don't know how to handle an emergency. And you've literally never proposed a bill on anything that you're now talking about in your campaign. You had the worst attendance record in the Assembly. And you gave yourselves the highest raise in the United States of America.
Last night, Mamdani's record, as well as a ton of his proposals, were picked apart by his competitors, including freezing the rent.
This, I'm going to freeze the rent. People think it applies to all of them. No, just the 25% of the units that are rent stabilized. And by the way, it's all BS because the mayor doesn't have the power to do it anyway. The Rent Guidelines Board does, and he doesn't control the Rent Guidelines Board. So nothing is going to happen. It's all
Curtis Sliwa also attacked his $30 minimum wage proposal.
You know what the corporate sector is going to do. They're going to bring in robotics. Zoran, stop dealing with fantasy and start dealing with reality.
Cuomo took aim at his track record on Israel.
Not everything is a TikTok video. You're the savior of the Jewish people. You won't denounce globalize the intifada, which means kill Jews. There's unprecedented fear in New York.
He was also criticized for his plans to send social workers into certain domestic violence and mental health situations.
Zoran was basing this policy on what they do in Eugene, Oregon. You've never been to Eugene, Oregon. I have.
Bad idea.
Buddy of mine, and then Columbus, Ohio. This is New York City, a major metropolitan area with thousands of 911 calls, domestic abuse, emotional.
G-Man triple X 1214 says, "Hey Cuomo, didn't you kill old people and sexually harass?" I know it's bad when Cuomo's actually doing well on the debate stage.
This is New York City, a major metropolitan area.
I guess that's the point we're at. We're faced with frickin' Zoran.
With thousands of 911 calls, domestic abuse, emotionally disturbed persons, and you want to have social workers go out there and risk their life.
Cuomo questioned his ability to handle Donald Trump.
He has said he'll take over New York if Mamdani wins, and he will, because he has no respect for him. He thinks he's a kid and he's going to knock him on his tuchus.
And finally,
Did he really just say tuchus?
both of them went
Tuchus, for real?
after Mamdani for his refusal to take a position on ballot measures in this election.
What is your opinion, Zoran?
Yes or no?
Come on.
Yes or no?
What is your opinion? Yes or no, Zoran?
True.
Don't be a politician here.
I got it. They're pointing out what I was about to say.
How weird. I actually kind of want to go watch that in full. Seems like it could have been moderately entertaining. Oh, here's the bit where Trump is asked about Kim Jong-un. Check that real quick before I pass it over.
Mr. President, you talked about North Korea on your way here. Have you heard anything back from
I haven't mentioned it, I haven't said anything, but I'd love to meet with him if he'd like to meet. I got along great with Kim Jong-un. I liked him, he liked me. If he wants to meet, I'll be in South Korea.
extend your trip in order to try to meet?
Say it.
Would you extend your trip in Asia in order to meet with him?
Well, I hadn't thought of it, but I think the answer would be yeah, I would do that, sure. When you it's our last stop, so it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I would do it.
Mr. President, you talked
Well, that would be interesting to see.
I haven't.
All right. Well, that does it for me, folks. Mr. Fedora's here. How you doing, sir?
How are you doing?
Doing quite good.
Sounds like you're having major issues with YouTube.
Yeah. Well, it could be worse, I guess, but could be better.
Well, you think a company like that would have their act together to be able to... You could post on your own channel for sure.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Ridiculous. Crazy. Yep.
All right, well, I'll let you get going, and hello, everyone. How are you?
Oh yeah. I was just saying, have a good show. You're good.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. See you, man.
Welcome to Justin.
All right, there we go. Well, that's it. That's it for me, folks. I'm out of here. I guess I'm going to go figure out getting in touch with the GOP judiciary, because YouTube is not fixing their shit. Hear that, YouTube? Ridiculous. Painful. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will try to. Somehow I don't think I will, because it's just not fun. It's not fun dealing with this. It never is. Ridiculous that I have to do it. I hope you all have a good day for me. We'll do that. Bye-bye.